Okay, good evening, everyone. Let's begin our Wednesday's meditation session. Please sit comfortably and join for the recitation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස බුද්ධං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි ධම්මං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි සංඝං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි ဒုတိယံ පි බුද්ධං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි ဒုတိယံ පි ධම්මං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami Panatipatha veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami Adinnādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami Kāmesu මිච්ඡාචාරා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි මුසාවාදා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි සුරාමේරය මජ්ජපමා දට්ඨානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි. Homage to the Buddha, homage to the Dhamma, homage to the Sangha. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavido anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati Sattha deva manussanang buddho bhagavati Swakhato bhagavata dhammo sandittiko akaliko ehipassiko opanayiko Paccatang veditabbo vinyuhiti Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Nyāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Samīcipatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala Esa bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo dakkineyo anjali karaniyo අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්කෙත්තං ලෝකස්සති සාධු සාධු සාධු. Okay, well friends, today is August 10th, Wednesday evening. So as usual, we are starting sitting meditation, and I hope you all been practicing and developing your spiritual level as much as possible. You know, during this summer, especially, we do our mostly we do our outdoor activities, so everybody can do their daily activities mindfully. So mindfully, so what we are expecting, doing something mindfully in order to develop our awareness, to sharpen our awareness. So today we are starting sitting meditation with breathing meditation and sharing kindful thoughts to everyone, myself and my family members, my country and out of country, and all beings, these planets and beyond these planets. So we are sharing our kindful thoughts. So let's begin the session with this Bhante Ji has written a mindfulness in plain English. So I quoted his few paragraphs. It says, the Bhante says, meditation is a look like cultivation in a new land to make a field out of a forest. First you have to clear the trees and pull out the stumps. Then you till the soil and fertilize it. Sow your seed and harvest your crops. To cultivate your mind, first you have to clear out the various irritants that are in the way. Pull them right out by the roots so that they won't grow back. Then you fertilize your pump energy and discipline into the mental soil. Then you sow the seed and harvest your crops of faith, morality, mindfulness and wisdom. Faith and morality, by the way, have a special meaning in this context. Buddhism does not advocate faith in the sense of believing something because it is written in a book, attributed to a prophet or taught to you by some authority figure. The meaning of faith here is closer to confidence. It is knowing that something is true because you have seen it work, because you have observed that very thing within yourself. In the same way, morality is not a ritualistic obedience to a code of behavior imposed by an external authority. It is rather a healthy habit pattern that you have consciously and voluntarily chosen to impose upon yourself because you recognize its superiority to your present behavior. So as we know that when our mindfulness improving, So it's all about to see our thoughts at the very beginning moment. So, our understanding level, if our understanding level is high, so that we can accomplish and realize uh, the next level of our action and reactions. So, unless this mind like a blind mind, so what we experience through our sensation, so we are always been generating thoughts, and it's okay, so it's nature of our mind. But here what we do, the Buddha instruct us to see the thoughts, and you know so what we really want, so we can maintain it. So rest of all thoughts we can let it go. Practicing letting go is something, some kind, like it's feel like difficult. But when we develop our spiritual level, so we really feel what really we want day to day life, what really we want to experience, I mean what really we want to think. So then uh, we can avoid something like what unwholesome thoughts or something that is not related to me, so it's not related to my business. So therefore uh, letting go is kind of uh, practice in our day-to-day life, so we all can uh, generate our spiritual level by practicing realizing mindfulness or awareness. So breathing meditation help us to develop our uh, mental states. It's all about to attain an enlightenment person. So right now, I think I know that you all getting ready to practice breathing meditation. So you have to sit comfortably wherever you are. Whether you are sit on chair or couch or on the floor, wherever you are, try to straight your back and head, and try to let go all other thoughts and bring your mind to this moment and feel your body. And then you can, when you're fully being free, so you can fully aware your weight of your body, and gently close your eyes and pay your attention to the breath body. So now you can feel your breathing going in and out. Okay friends, let's begin the breathing meditation. Feel your breath body. Slowly and gently, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Please keep continue the breathing meditation. Relax, relax your body and calm your mind. Bring your mind to this moment. Physically, you are fully free. Mentally, observing, breathing going in, breathing going out. Relax. Let's continue the sharing loving, kindful thoughts. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May my family members be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May they always meet with spiritual success. May they also have courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties, problems, and failures in their life. May my relatives be well, happy, and peaceful. May my friends be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with spiritual success. May all indifferent persons, may all unfriendly persons be well, happy, and peaceful. May all in the United States be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to anyone. May all always meet with spiritual success. May all be free from suffering. May all have happy minds. May all have happy minds. May all be free from jealousy, hatred. May all have happy minds. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May I always meet with spiritual success. May I also have courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties, problems, and failures in my life. May all have happy minds. May all have happy minds. May all have happy minds. No harm come to anyone. No difficulties come to anyone. May all be free from suffering. May all have happy minds. Dukkhappatthā ca nidukkha bhayappatthā ca nibbaya sokappatthā ca nissoka hontu sabbe pipānino Dukkhappatthā ca nidukkha bhayappatthā ca nibbaya sokappatthā ca nissoka hontu sabbe pipānino Dukkhappatthā ca nidukkha bhayappatthā ca nibbaya sokappatthā ca nissoka hontu sabbe pipānino. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all being be. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, let's read the translation of the Metta Sutra. One is skilled in good, wishing to attain that state of peace, should act thus. One should be able, straight, upright, obedient, gentle, and humble. One should be content, easy to support, with few duties, living lightly, controlled in senses, discreet, not impudent, unattached to families. One should not do any slight wrong, which the wise might censure. May all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds. Whatever living beings there may be, without exception, weak or strong, long or large, medium, short, subtle or gross, visible or invisible, living near or far, born or coming to birth, may all beings have happy minds. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere, neither from anger nor ill will should anyone wish harm to another. As a mother would risk her own life to protect her only child, even so towards all living beings, one should cultivate a boundless heart. One should cultivate for the world a heart of boundless loving friendliness, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without hatred or resentment. Whether standing, walking, or sitting, lying down, or whenever awake, one should develop this mindfulness. This is called divinely dwelling here. Not falling into erroneous views, but virtuous and endowed with vision, removing desire for sensual pleasures. One comes never again to birth in the world. By the power of this truth, may I always have well-being. By the power of this truth, may I always have well-being. By the power of this truth, may I always have well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, well, so we are talking about the sutra, Anapanasati Sutra, mindfulness of breathing. So as you know, the sutra, Satipatthana Sutra, is very clearly explaining us to the first step is practice the four posture practicing, and it in the first step has described us to give like uh, many exercises in order to develop our mindfulness level. So in this sutra, particularly, teach us the 7 factors of awakening. So today we are talking the seven factors of awakening in the Anapanasati Sutra. And how are the 4 frames of reference developed and pursued so as to bring the 7 factors for awakening to their culmination? Number 1, on whatever occasion the monk remains focused on the body in and of itself, ardent, alert, and mindful, putting aside greed and distress with reference to the world, on that occasion his mindfulness is steady and without lapse. When his mindfulness is steady and without lapse, then mindfulness as a factor for awakening becomes aroused. He develops it, and for him it goes to the culmination of its development. Number 2, remaining mindful in this way, he examines, analyzes, and comes to a comprehension of that quality with discernment. When he remains mindful in this way, examining, analyzing, and coming to a comprehension of that quality with discernment, then analysis of qualities as a factor for awakening becomes aroused. He develops it, and for him it goes to the culmination of its development. So, 7 factors of awakening. It's number 1 says very clearly, you know, whatever occasion the monk remains focused on the body in and of itself, ardent, alert, and mindful. So in order to develop our mindfulness, so we take our own body. So body, we get to help to develop our awareness. This is what we learn. So 4 postures. Now we are all are sitting postures. So walking postures or sleeping posture or standing postures. And 4 postures we are aware. And the monk, it means whoever the practitioner remains focused on the body in of itself, ardent, alert, and mindful, putting aside greed and distress with reference to the world. So the word greed, that we discussed this word many times. What the Buddhist meditation is, focus of attention to, you can attach to the things conventionally, not the permanently. Whatever we experience through the sensation, so if we feel like pleasant, whether good or bad, so we attach to it and we been creating thoughts, and it means the greed, or I like it, like So in this, the practitioner would able to realize the attached thoughts, and also at the same time knows, oh, these are conventional thoughts. It's conventionally I attach to it. It's not the permanent thing. So it's always reminding us always and every moment reminding us what I attached, it's conventional. It's not the absolute truth. The thoughts are changing. Thoughts are changing. Any moment, every moment, thoughts are changing. The number 2, it says, remaining mindful in this way, he examines, analyzes, and comes to a comprehension of the quality of with discernment. He examines. So the awareness, when we develop our awareness or spiritual level, so we can analyze the things. We can see the things as it is. It's not a something like that. The exact meaning that we can see at the very beginning. So exact results. So that is what we call analysis. So Buddhism, the Buddhist teaching is always encourage us to analyze the things. So do not believe, do not accept. If you feel, or it is when you examine the things, you feel it or it's correct. So then you can accept it. So without analyze or examines, the Buddha says do not accept it. So remaining mindful in this way, he examines, analyzes, and comes to a comprehension of that quality with discernment. When he remains mindful in this way, examining, analyzing, and coming to a comprehension of that quality with discernment, then analysis of qualities as a fact of awakening becomes aroused. He develops it, and for him it goes to a culmination of its development. So what happened to our development? Development is come to our mind gradually. It's not come at once. Day by day, when we are referring and our understanding level is getting growing. Then what happened to our minds? So we are able to analyze the things like in a different angle, different view. Suppose you can just think it before you started meditation. How you analyze the things, how you accept the things. Right now, you all been practicing many more years right now. How you analyze the things right now. So it means the development. So like someone can take example like, so how your anger thoughts, how your do you have any patience or not patient? So how you, when you practice meditation, how your patience grow, how your development, how you analyze the things, how you views the things, so that all that you can see, we say that the development of our mind. Remaining mindful, the number 3, in one who examines, analyzes, and comes to a comprehension of that quality with discernment, persistence is aroused unflaggingly. When persistence is aroused unflaggingly in one who examines, analyzes, and comes to a comprehension of that quality with discernment. Then persistence as a factor for awakening becomes aroused. He develops it, and for him it goes for the culmination of its development. Yeah, number 4, 5, 6, and 7. Can anyone read? Would you like to read the number 4?
I'll read. Michelle.
Okay. Okay, Michelle. Thank you.
In one whose persistence is aroused, a rapture not of the flesh arises. When a rapture not of the flesh arises, in one whose persistence is aroused, the rapture as a factor for awakening becomes aroused. He develops it, and for him it goes to the culmination of its development. Do you want me to keep going?
Yes, please.
For one enraptured at heart, the body grows calm and the mind grows calm. When the body and mind of a monk enraptured at heart grow calm, then serenity as a factor for awakening becomes aroused. He develops it, and for him it goes to the culmination of its development. For one who is at ease, his body calms, the mind becomes concentrated. When the mind of one who is at ease, his body calms, he becomes concentrated. Then concentration as a factor for awakening becomes aroused. He develops it, and for him goes to the culmination of its development. He carefully watches the mind, thus concentrated with equanimity. When he carefully watches the mind, thus concentrated with equanimity, I can't say that word, equanimity as a factor becomes aroused. He develops it, and for him it goes to the culmination of its development.
Thank you. Rapture is, it's very simply, can say, like, when you feel calm for your mind, we call rapture. It's kind of different type of happiness, earning yourself because of letting go all other stuff. I mean, the unwholesome thoughts. You are free from your thoughts. It means your cloud is not empty, your cloud is full. I mean, conventionally you know the things, but you do not attach to it, and you know how to deeply investigate the thoughts, and you know how to create your own thoughts, and how to attach to it, how to react accordingly. So then when you know it, the practitioner can able to see it without attached, without without attached. So then what happened to us? So we know it well, we know the flow, we know our mind, and so then we feel happy, rapture, right? Rapture. So rapture is nobody can explain it by using our words, because it's kind of different understanding level. 7 enlightening factors, it says the rapture. So by understanding, so we feel rapture, happiness. So the practitioner finally able to calm their mind, and At the same time, it says the equanimity level is growing. It means thinking the views is spiritual views is come into high state of high level equanimity. So it means fully free and not non-attachment and fully happy mind, fully peace mind. Okay, so the Buddhist the meditation is focus our mind to grow our mind to peaceful way. Because in our day-to-day life, so we are engaging so many stuff, and we are experiencing, and we are observing, so many things. So things are changing, and we change the things, and we change our mind. Events changing, and sometimes we feel unpleasant, feel pleasant, so forth. There are many more thoughts being rise in our mind, and here what would the practitioner do? Would be able to see all this kind of stuff and monitoring it like a mirror. So you know when you stand in front of the mirror, you can see the physical body. So as the same way, the mindfulness would able to see our mind, reflect our mind. Then we know it, how it come and go, how I attach to it, how I develop these thoughts, and how I continuously keep thinking and thinking and thinking. So the practitioner always observing and realizing it and analyzing it, and not to attach to it. And then gradually the well practitioner would not come some kind of unnecessary thoughts into their mind, because they value the time, they value the energy, they value their life, and they value the moment, and they would not waste their even single minute, single hour, no wasting their time, because we feel like the moment is very special, moment is uh, very important. So therefore all the time, so thinking level is very standard, very great standard level, and whatever it comes like pleasant or unpleasant, when our equanimity level is growing, and we can accept the pleasant or unpleasant in the middle way, like equanimity. So we call equanimity that. So rapture is kind of happy thoughts, happy minds, what we experience during our spiritual path. Okay, his body calm, the mind becomes concentrated. When the mind of one who is at ease, his body calm, becomes concentrated. Then concentration as a factor for awakening becomes aroused. He develops it, and for him it goes to culmination of its development. Number 6. Number 7, he carefully watch the mind, thus concentrated with equanimity. Yeah, carefully watch. We all always we want to carefully watch our mind. Take your time to watch your thoughts. Then mind would get calm and see the results, see the cause and effects. Then remove from root. Do not attach to things, and whatever you feel like unpleasant, if you do not want it, remove it from your mind. So watch watches the mind that's concentrated with equanimity. When he carefully watches the mind that's concentrated with equanimity. Equanimity as a factor for awakening becomes aroused. So in this, the number 7 is the high state of mind level. So equanimity is growing highest, and equanimity level is in high standard level in our mind, and the practitioner at once, at a glance, he or she could able to see the thoughts, and without attachment. Okay, because the culmination of its development. So it means high standard, or high state of mental level. Okay, so today we learn how to develop our 7 factors of awakening. So basically what we really need, the important thing is to daily practice and give the exercise to mind, and it's just you can do it daily activities and just think it and develop your awareness. So awareness, awareness need to develop our awareness level, come into this level, because when the mind is fully calm, then we can apply our knowledge to the calm mind, and then it is easy to analyze the things. Yeah. All right. Any questions, please?
Yes, Bhante, I have a quick question.
Sure.
So what these 7 factors are is one develops upon the other. They are like different levels moving up. Is that?
Very good question. So in this discourse is particular, especially teach us the 7 factors of awakening. So this is, in the Satipatthana Sutra, is the level 1 to develop our mindful state. So in this is the similar factors developing our awareness. It's like, the practitioner gradually developing, practicing the breathing meditation and taking, using our body, we are doing our practice. And as the same way, we are number 1, we practice, then secondly, number 2, the results come number 2. When we practice number 1, the result. Number 2 comes to, we know, remaining mindful in this way, he examines, analyzes, and comes to comprehension of the quality with discernment. So these factors of awakening is talking, developing our spiritual level, in the Buddha's discourses. So many more discourses similarly, that we can see these factors of enlightenment, all factors of awakening factors. So these teachings basically focused our attention to come to wisdom level. So this is not, I think you all are very, very similar, very familiar with these 7 factors, because we did the Satipatthana Sutra. You know that at the number 7 is talking about the equanimity. So these factors shows us how the practitioner gradually developing each steps, one thing, and also, people, some practitioners thinking themselves, how develop my mind state right now. So they can examine themselves by using these factors. Oh, number 1 is working for me, number 2 is working for me, number 3 is working for me, number 4 is working for me. If not working, number 4 is still, so I have to practice, right? So they can think themselves. So all these factors teach us to develop our each steps teach us to do how to develop our mind state, the spiritual state. Okay, um, it's similar. It's not different. You know, when we take another some discourses, Satipatthana Sutra, it's also said talk in these factors.
Thank you, Bhante.
You can realize that, yeah, thank you. You can realize that, you know, so all these words and these paragraph that you can see something like in the Satipatthana Sutra and something in different sutras as well. It's we are taking to the equanimity level, and it means the wisdom level. James, you want to add something?
No, but
Okay, so I'm going to stop the sharing. Okay.